Leicester City's Premier League title triumph, arguably the most incredible achievement in the history of English football. Now the defending champions kick off the new campaign, looking to continue the feel-good factor.
It was the most remarkable story, really, that we've seen in Premier League history up to now. Full credit to Claudio Ranieri, all the Leicester players. It was amazing to watch. I can only imagine how exciting it must have been being a part of it.
But one man no longer a part of things at the King Power Stadium is N'Golo Kanté, who's made the switch to Chelsea. The French midfielder, a relative unknown before his arrival 1 year ago, contributed more tackles and interceptions than any other player in the league and will be a big miss.
Very effective without the ball, denying opponents, tracking runners, running past people, getting his foot in. I just think he's a very, very useful player to have in your squad. So Leicester will definitely miss him. They've got to try and replace him.
Hosts Hull City made an immediate return to the Premier League via the playoffs, but it's been a turbulent summer. A lack of transfer activity and the resignation of manager Steve Bruce means caretaker Mike Phelan is facing an uphill battle.
They've had a lot of injuries pre-season to key players, not just to fringe players. You know, I know that their squad going into the season is very thin. At the moment, they would be favourites to finish rock bottom of the Premier League this season. Now, they'll believe they can prove people wrong. But I just think with the preparation they've had, the pre-season they've had, it's going to be incredibly tough.
Hull's objective appears to be a simple one: survival. And they will take heart from the fact that they've never gone straight back down. Their very first Premier League campaign saw them finish 17th. Given the current circumstances surrounding the club, just avoiding relegation would be seen as a successful season for the fans. Last time around, Hull might have considered themselves unfortunate to go down. 7 sides conceded more than the 51 goals shipped by the Tigers in what was actually their best Premier League season defensively. But scoring goals was their problem, just 33 in total. Nikita Jelavic was their top scorer with just 8, and now their options up front are even lighter. Adama Diamonde and Abel Hernandez, the only recognised forwards at the club.
If you don't feel like you're carrying a goal threat, then that's when supporters, that's when players start to lose a bit of faith and a bit of hope. So vitally important that they get someone through the door that's got the courage to step up and take the responsibility of being the number 9 and the ability to find the back of the net.
That lack of goals 2 years ago saw Hull lose half of their Premier League games. Although never completely outclassed, they often saw points slip away, edged out by the odd goal. That happened 10 times in total, and worryingly last season it was Leicester who were the masters at winning games by a single goal. Leicester's captain Wes Morgan will no doubt be key if the Foxes are to see off their opponents. He was an inspirational leader last term, becoming only the 3rd outfield player in history to have played every minute of a title-winning campaign. Morgan and the rest of the Foxes' backline were regularly tested during games last season, largely due to the amount of possession they allowed opponents. Over the course of the campaign, Leicester averaged less possession than any previous champion since such data has been collected, so Hull could see plenty of the ball in this one.
When you're at home and when it's the opening day, you want to be brave, you want to be on the front foot, you want to attack. And so I think Leicester will have their opportunities to counter. They will, it's just whether they make them pay and whether they make them count.
The champions will certainly be confident of exploiting their hosts on the counter-attack and getting their title defence off to a winning start. These are two teams with different ambitions, but, as last season proved, anything is possible.